In the endless expanse of the Himalayas, I, an extreme sports enthusiast, am facing my latest challenge, climbing the roof of the world. Rising from the ground as the highest mountain range in the world, it stands like a barrier at the sky's edge across the southern part of Asia. This geographical giant spans 6 countries, its peaks stretching continuously like a colossal dragon lying across the planet. It boasts over 100 summits, exceeding an altitude of 7,200 meters, including Mount Everest, the highest point for mankind at 8,848 meters. However, the Himalayas are renowned not only for their geographical features, but also for their profound mystical allure. They are the ultimate challenge for countless climbers and are shrouded in numerous mysterious legends and stories, the most famous of which is the legend of the Yeti of the Himalayas. The legend of the Yeti has a long history, with the Tibetan people believing since ancient times that mysterious creatures, tall and resembling half-human, half-ape beings, dwell deep within the Himalayas. They are referred to as Yetis. Explorers from around the world have found numerous large footprints in the mountain range, speculated to belong to the Yeti. Although conclusive evidence of the Yeti's existence remains elusive, its depiction as a guardian of the Himalayas, mysterious and powerful, has ignited the desire in many to explore this magical land. To venture into the unknown parts of the Himalayan range, it's crucial to assemble a team that is skilled, resilient, and diverse. Through detailed recruitment and strict selection criteria, we gradually gathered a group of professionals from various fields: seasoned climbers, brave explorers, knowledgeable historians, attentive medical personnel, and alert survival experts. Each team member had to pass physical tests, psychological evaluations, and skill audits to ensure they could cope with the extreme natural conditions of the Himalayas and potential emergencies. Moreover, we organized several team-building exercises and field drills to enhance the synergy and trust among team members. To ensure safety and preparedness for emergencies, we meticulously planned our route, set up several backup routes, and established emergency rendezvous points and evacuation plans. At dawn, as the first rays of the sun pierced through the dense clouds, illuminating the vast and serene snowy plains, we embarked on our journey, full of hope. Each team member, laden with heavy gear, trudged through the relentless mountain winds. Our skin turned red from the biting cold, every breath felt like swallowing shards of ice, and every rise and fall of our chests was a challenge to our fragile lives. Here, the natural elements showed their most primal face. Blizzards like furious beasts unexpectedly drowned us in a world of white. Our world was instantly reduced to a step's distance, with snow covering our tracks and heaven and earth merging in a blurred line. The rugged terrain tested our will. Icicles hanging from ice walls mocked our insignificance like blades of time. Close encounters with death were frequent, and a simple misstep could make one a permanent resident of this silent world. The air was so thin that each breath felt like using up all of one's strength, and altitude sickness, like a ghost, constantly attacked our physical and mental well-being. Isolation and the extreme environment continuously eroded our mental defenses. Our path, like the trajectory of life, was full of uncertainties and dangers. Starting from Lukla, crossing the rugged Namche Canyon to the foot of Everest, passing through the Karoo Pada transit camp, we marched towards the glacier zone with high spirits. The snowflakes in the sky gradually became denser, turning into a fierce blizzard. The wind and snow swept across our exposed skin like knives, with temperatures plunging to the extreme. Visibility was completely obscured by snowflakes, making the path ahead invisible, as if everything around us was swallowed by a world of white. The sudden heavy snowfall made our situation extremely difficult. As the light of evening became fainter, the critical point of cold wind and flying snow completely disoriented us. After a brief discussion, we decided to find a cave for shelter, hoping to continue our journey after daylight the next day. Soon, we discovered a seemingly suitable cave for rest in a hidden spot. The entrance of the cave was covered with snow and ice, making it exceptionally secluded. As our expedition team passed through the winding and narrow entrance of the cave, a shocking scene was revealed before us. The space inside the cave gradually expanded, and in the dim light, a series of strange and massive footprints drew our attention deeper into the cave. These footprints, deeply embedded in the damp floor of the cave, were about 12 inches wide and bore the unique claw marks of an unknown creature. Hanging on the cave walls were some pale and disordered long manes, shining white like isolated ghosts from another world. They gently swayed in the cold wind of the cave, as if silently sharing some ancient secrets with us. Approaching these manes, a subtle and eerie thought spread among us. Could these hairs belong to the legendary cave guardians or remnants of some ancient creature? Could it be the legendary Yeti of the Himalayas? In that moment, the Yeti displayed the agility and strength characteristic of predators in the wild, yet it also showed an inner unease and alertness. A flash of surprise appeared in its deep eyes, as if it too hadn't expected to encounter a creature like a human in the depths of such a remote and hidden cave. This unexpected encounter might have stirred its instincts as a territorial guardian, and the feeling of its territory being invaded provoked a roar that shook the valley. That sound echoed through the narrow cave, trembling our souls and touching fears deep within us that had never been reached. Its movements were like a meticulously choreographed dance, powerful yet full of grace. Everything happened too fast when it decided to act. Its wide and powerful palm, like the claw of a nocturnal predator, struck one of our members with precision. The teammate had no chance to react before he was overwhelmed by the Yeti's formidable strength, dust flying around as we felt the terror and directness of the Yeti's power. But just when we thought things might worsen, the Yeti chose to retreat. It turned away, moving with an agility that belied its massive form, like a mountain breeze, leaving behind only a trail of deep footprints. Its speed of disappearance was almost unbelievable, like a ghost in the woods, gone in an instant. We could hardly keep up with its pace, only able to watch as its figure vanished into the intertwining rocks and the darkness deep within the cave. That pitch-black space seemed to become its refuge, allowing it to roam freely in this desolate and mysterious land. This scene left us both shocked and puzzled, communicating between us without the need for words. Did that really just happen? Everything occurred too swiftly for us to react. We hurriedly helped our fallen teammate to stand, checking his injuries. We formed a circle, looking at each other in silence, yet everyone's eyes were filled with shock and disbelief. After a night of rest and discussion, we were forced to make a difficult decision. Due to the injury of a team member and the continuing blizzard outside, we decided to return the way we came, temporarily abandoning our expedition deep into the Himalayas. The injured team member had twisted his ankle in the disorder caused by yesterday's encounter with the Yeti. Although emergency treatment had prevented his condition from worsening, any minor injury could become a life-threatening issue in such harsh conditions. Additionally, the dense drumming of thunder and lightning splitting the sky hinted at the continuation of the storm, confronting us not only with physical challenges, but also with the unpredictability and dangers of nature. To ensure the injured team member's safety, we took turns supporting him, making his movement as unaffected by the injury as possible. Nevertheless, what was planned as an easy return journey became a challenging trek. Even so, our determination was not shaken. The cooperation and mutual assistance of the team ignited a warm light in this vast white world, encouraging us to continue moving forward with each other's support. Along the way, we revisited the landscapes that had fascinated us. The winding paths, the snow-capped peaks reaching into the clouds, and the pine trees swaying in the wind, all reminding us that the beauty and danger of nature are often just a thin line apart. After a day's hard trek, when we saw the base camp again, the exhaustion and anxiety almost instantly turned into a sense of relief and satisfaction. Back at the camp, we sat around the warm fire, sharing every moment of this expedition. Although we did not achieve our initial goal, the experiences and lessons we gained will become a precious asset in our life's journey.